Here is a glimpse into the tough life of a homeless girl in Japan. Yuna wakes up slowly with the harsh sunlight at 9 a.m. She is 24 years old and currently lives alone in Tokyo. Recently, after losing her job, Yuna couldn't afford to pay rent, and her landlord evicted her, leaving her homeless. After waking up, Yuna goes to the park to wash her face and brushes her teeth with leaves. Once she finishes up, Yuna needs to start working. Her way of making a living is no different from most homeless people in Japan, which is to collect bottles and sell them. Her first stop is always the convenience store. Yuna knows from past experience that this is the type of place where she is most likely to find a large number of bottles in a short amount of time. Although she doesn't find anything from the first convenience store, Yuna remains undeterred. In Tokyo, a fiercely competitive metropolis, even collecting bottles requires her to go early. Even if she is 1 minute late, the result can be vastly different. Yuna checks the bottles she collects for any leftover drink that can fill her stomach. Despite only collecting bottles for 2 hours, Yuna's harvest is quite rich, and she even manages to obtain a bottle of leftover Coke that serves as her breakfast. However, the soda is not enough to satisfy her hunger, and the bottles she collects can only be traded for a small amount of cash, with each kilogram of bottles only worth 50 cents. Fortunately, Yuna has a second job where she lends a hand to an old man with his work, but she has to find a safe place to hide all her bottles first. After finishing the job, she negotiates her pay with the old man and earns $7. With her earnings, Yuna finally has the chance to enjoy a full meal, so she goes to a restaurant and orders a beef bowl. While this may seem like an ordinary meal to those with jobs, it is a feast for homeless people like Yuna. After Yuna finishes eating and drinking, she is still faced with the daily struggle for survival. Born in the countryside, Yuna's parents spent nearly all of their savings to support her when she moved to Tokyo to study. Unfortunately, the competition in the big city is fierce, and even graduating from an ordinary university is equivalent to unemployment. Despite working a low-paying job, Yuna was still laid off, leaving her with no savings and no choice but to live on the streets. Yuna admits she is in a difficult situation. She doesn't want to go back home empty-handed, nor ask her parents for money, so she scrapes by collecting bottles and looking for other opportunities. After collecting bottles all day until 9 p.m., Yuna needs to find a place to rest. To save as much money as possible, she only eats 1 meal a day and tries to sleep early so she won't feel hungry. However, as a woman, it is extremely dangerous for her to spend the night on the street. For example, tonight, Yuna was harassed by other homeless men. Whenever she finds herself in this situation, she runs away in a panic, without even having time to grab her cardboard to sleep on. This means that she cannot sleep on the street. Luckily, after searching for a while, she found a 24-hour laundry where she can spend the night. Compared to sleeping on the street, at least she can be sheltered from wind and rain here, which is fortunate in her unfortunate situation. This is a glimpse into the harsh reality of a homeless girl's life in Japan. What are your thoughts on this?